I wonder how you can do this dorm room. Well, because number one is not the best dorm room. Plus, I didn't even finish. Because if you go up here, it's clearly playing chat. Actually, maybe just turn that music up. But we'll just pretend it's not there. Anyway, hi guys. How you guys been? Anyway, hello everyone. Father 123 back with another, I would say another video, but we're gonna say another video, but it's just a broadcast. I said I am lazy to edit videos, so I'm starting off as this again. But what we're gonna teach you guys today is how to make this. Now we're not gonna make exactly this, but how to use this thingy right here, the maker pen. And this thing can use, now I'm not gonna, now I could restore my dorm room, but I don't feel like that. So we're gonna go to different, but this is how the creator usually make these games. If you're wondering how all these beautiful creators, especially of the prison life, or all these is, well, obviously that's rec room, but we're talking about the community. If we go up here, we go community. See how they make all this. Well, I'm going to teach you a little bit now, just the basic stuff. Now I know a lot more. I'm not an expert, because one thing I'm not an expert as is gizmos, like this. I don't know these wiring, but I do know what these are, and I could teach you a little bit about it. But anyway, we're gonna get to action. So first, what you're gonna do, you're gonna pull up your watch. Now, if you are, well, first we're gonna create a room. So we're gonna go, you're gonna click on this. This is how they usually create a room. Now you usually got base room, so you don't have to, you could choose from other rooms. You want to choose house template, and you can add stuff through a park. You could do that, add templates. But everyone usually, to make these rooms, or some rooms, they usually use the maker room. This is the main one. Now you could put any name you want, but you just want to put some names in and just copy. I'm just putting random names. This is just a tutorial of what we're gonna do today. I have a bunch of rooms. Just showing you how to make a created room, because that's how you create a room. Now there's multiple stuff. I'm just gonna teach you how the maker pen works. Just the maker pen. I heard something that was weird. I think that was that was the guy in the part. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of stuff you can use in that. Now if you're in PlayStation 4, you press triangle, you get this. Simple. But I know there's some beginners, so if you are in VR, you pull up your wallet, which you would tap your wrist, well, your watch, obviously. Pull your wallet, tap your watch, and you're gonna go to backpack. Once you go to backpack, it's gonna say make a pen, and you're gonna use it. Now I already have it on use, but yeah. So anyway, here we go. So what you're gonna do now, obviously you can do many things. First of all, we're gonna teach you the delete button. All you're gonna do is just tap. Now, actually, before I actually teach you that, you see, you look at the top left corner, it says main menu and palette menu. First, if you tap the main menu, this is where you see edit, move, when. Now, we're going to usually teach you these basic needs, whether they're more likely for, and if you hold palette menu, these are more like the structured, the cubes and stuff. Now, we're not really going to teach you this stuff. We're going to teach you how to use this. Well, we are going to use kind of that, but I'm not teaching you all about. I'm teaching mostly about the main menu. You need to know what the main menu is. It is self-explanatory, but something's configured. What is this? Clone. Clone. How do you use it properly? So let's just see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to now obviously it's create, so we just create. Well, sorry, we're going to press the delete button. Now we're going to press delete, and we're going to just remove some of these walls. Just mostly everything. Now we're just at the, now what do? Now you like this platform, right? But you're not sure how to you want to put some new walls. Now what do you do? Now what you're gonna do is you're going to use create, and you're going to use this. Now if you want to pick a color and all that, I will tell you that, but right now we're just gonna use the main menu. So I'm just gonna pull this out, and we're gonna click on cube, and you tap you put on hold on triangle if you're in just playing the screen. So here we go, we're gonna tap that, and we're gonna put this all here. Now you see this, we're gonna put this right around here. Now, oh, right here. Now let's say I want to be really high, but oh no, it looks uneven. Now what do I like? Look at it, it looks so uneven. This is what you do. This is when you use the scale button. The scale button is the biggest one. Now scale buttons can make things huge, or it can make things teeny tiny small. In this case, we're just gonna use it for this. Now let's say it was originally like this, right? This is what we do now. If you want to go down, you put down to make these walls, because now I realized that it took me a long time to realize that. Be careful how you do the walls, but that's how big it would. And then if you want them more taller, you could obviously do them more bigger. And yeah, so we're just teaching you what these stuff really do. It's usually just the basics, you know, and give an idea what this maker pen is usually for. Now here we're gonna have we use another one, which we have clone. That clone is very easy. If I were to click clone, if let's say I want another building, but you don't feel like doing the same thing, well, guess what? You could just clone that little board right here, and you have another piece right here. Boom! You have two of these clones, and you see you have the same one now. But let's say, oh no, it doesn't look that right. How do I get this up here? Well, it is honestly not the target. You go to move, you click on move, and you pick it up. Now it may seem difficult at first, but you'll start getting used to it. And you'll be like, oh, this is nothing. I know at first it's confusing, but let's say, right, let's say I'm here and someone accidentally press square. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? They press circle. Oh no, what happened? Well, two things you're gonna do. Number one, you're gonna go back to your, and you're gonna do undo move object, which is gonna be main menu. You're gonna pull in undo object. Now, if you don't want nobody to accidentally, because maybe they will pick it on purpose or not by accident. Because some people you must sometimes have to press square. You're going to go to freeze. Now freeze. Now there's a lot of stuff, but freezes the item. So wait, now if I were to press square, now it won't do nothing, and it will stay there. It will not move for no reason. Nobody will be able to grab it or like. Now let's say that, you know. Let's say, okay, well, I'm gonna spawn an object, right? You go to props. There's a lot of stuff we could do. We could do reviews about it too, but you don't really need reviews. Just check on your own. Let's say I just want to spawn in this gun, right? Now I don't want to freeze the object. See, Fatherman, I actually just want to leave it there. People can use it, but if let's say if it falls out of the map, I want it to respawn back. But do not fear, because configuration is right here for you, and this will be very done. Now when you go to configuration, it is different. For this, if I were to click on this, it will be way different than when I click on this. It kind of does different things, but it's similar in some ways. But in this case, this is just the basic. So you're gonna click on it, and here we go. You got respawn. Now you want to respawn. Now people get confused. They put it is right or left. You have to check it. It's already in the 50 second. You just have to check it. Once you check it, and then you got is grabbable. You don't have to make it grabbable. You just you can hide during games, or it's climbable. You're not gonna be climbable, but it supports wall run, whatever. Now what I do, let's say I'm using it. Oh shoot, this is so much fun. Oh yeah, oops. Oh, let me just start a little bit. Oops! It's actually not working. I don't think it's falling. Let's say I just pretend like it fall out. Oh no. I don't know where it went. I wonder where it will be at. I just pretending that thing is not there. Like, I know it's like legit right there. That guy think I'm like blind or something, but no. Oh my gosh, what happened? Nobody's using. Oh, I lost my gun. Oh! See, that's what it would do. I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory, but guys wanted you to see it, so you actually know this is true. Now, let's say, right? Now, there's a lot more things. Let's say I don't really like the color of this gun. I don't like white. Personally, I don't like white. Or I don't like this wall. Well, do not fear for other. I never actually tried it. And so before you're gonna click on recolor, but before you do that, you have to go on shapes. You're gonna have to go to colors, and you're gonna have to do blue. Now, once you do that, now when you click on this wall, well, it's frozen. Number one, I forgot to tell you guys, you have to unfreeze the object to be able to do anything else with it. And then you color it, boom, and then you go back to freeze and you freeze it. So that usually uncolors, like the recolors it, because just in case you accidentally, you know, mess up the color. Now let's say in here I put this blue. Now it looks very nice, and a lot of people that now it could have been an update that now you could do this, but now if cops and robbers, you can understand. You see this blue. Look at blue gun I have here. It looks very nice, laser gun. So yeah, that's what everything looks pretty cool here. So that's the inside. You can change color. Yeah, a lot of stuff to make a print. We're gonna end it very short soon, but I did teach you scale, I did teach you all this manipulation. I never really tried that. I think this video is ending too soon, so I'm gonna teach you some basic stuff that you're gonna need to know. Now, people get confused. When you guys look at this, these are not colors, these are just materials, as it's self-explanatory. When you click on this is where the colors, and you can choose, because usually when people look at the materials, oh shoot, oh wait, why is it this color? No, we want it to be, if you want exact color, you can put it like that, or you can put it like that. You can try to find exactly how it is. It's never gonna be exactly, but now if I were to do that, go boom, 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 boom. Alright, now we're here to learn the makerpen. There's a lot of things. Now, what is this? So we're gonna use the main menu. We're still learning about the main menu. Open palette menu, we're gonna lose some stuff. So here, what's gonna have, you have done editing, blah blah, right? Click on that, you're basically done. But let's say now you pull up here, and what is this here? Now, if you don't want, let's say in the game, or you don't want people to see this in general, you don't want to see everyone, the role. These are the roles, actually. I'm not going to teach you that yet, but let's say you got everyone in game, and you don't want people to see that. Well, you pull up your palette menu. It could just be for you, or it could be for everyone else. I'll tell you how to do it for everybody. If you don't want a person to see it, then you click on this, it will be like nothing's there. But if you were to re-click on that, obviously, I'll go there. I actually forgot to teach you, but let's say you want this to go this way. You want to rotate this to here. Well, do not fear, where we have rotation, and when you click on it, it looks kind of weird, but it's actually perfect, because if you want to line up like this, you can, or if you want to line up this, you can. So if anything really possible, I'm not really trying, but that's just a side note. So here we go. We actually got to learn how to use the palette menu, which is the most important thing as well. There's a bunch of stuff here, but we're just gonna mostly look at the settings first before we actually get into deep with this. So there's just a few things you need to know. If you would like to delete everything, obviously I'm not gonna press that yet. You press that button, it will delete literally everything. Dorm room, it's gonna delete like the edits. It's really not gonna delete the whole dorm room. Like, it's not gonna delete the bed of your dorm room, the walls. It's not gonna do that. But if you're like in a different world, like this world, it will most likely delete everything. That's just how it is. A lot of people, when you guys first started, when, let's say you move this object, right, it usually turns while it moves. That's because your settings, when you first have it, you have don't rotate or move and check. If you uncheck it, and if I were to move this, look, it will do that. We don't want to be like that. But if we were to check don't rotate while moving, then if you want to move it, it won't rotate. No matter how what angle I put it, it'll be just like that. And so that makes it more easier. Now, I got confused at the first time we did that, so just letting you know, side note, no. So now another thing we have to do is we have uniform shade. Now, what is uniform shade? It says create perfect square. So if you were to click, let's say you don't want to build walls, you just want a perfect sphere. Well, do not fear, because Father Man is here to show you that you can make the perfect square ever. Look at that beautiful perfect square. That looks very nice. And so you can make stuff like that. It's not hard. So it's very beautiful. Yeah. Well, I actually forgot to tell you, there's a lot more with configuration and stuff like that. So if you want to make this, it's a lot, but we're not going to go into deep with that. But this is just learning you the basics, because there's more stuff into it. Configuration is probably one of the best, one of my favorite, because you can do a lot of stuff with it. Now let's say that we got inventions. This is inventions. I'll tell you more, explain about that more. We have a lot of stuff to show, but usually, guys, let's see, we cover the arrows. Like here, we got some tube size. I think it's just thickness of tubes and ribbons. You could kind of mess around with these yourself. So there's certain stuff here, but now you can put gizmos, but I'm going to delete everything, the entire, and boom, if I delete everything there. So that's really it, guys, and well, I really hope, guys, this video, and I said video, but I know it's a broadcast, this helped you. Remember, I'm doing my best. I would, like, you know, blah blah blah, record, but the thing is, I am very lazy to record, and that's because I'm lazy to edit. But hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe, and peace.